Impact Career and Lifestyle podcast. Our special guest today is Cristina Istrati, an award-winning and published author living in Romania, Bucharest. Cristina is also a full-time intuitive copywriter. She appeared on the national television giving interviews about her book. She helps business women to connect with their audience through the successful, targeted, soulful, and fire-infused copy. Welcome, Cristina. Happy to have you here.
Hello, Dominika. Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be in contact with you, to have this kind of interviews with you. So thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Cristina was also a guest on our summit, Take Your Career With You. And today she's coming back and will share with us more steps and tips about how to write an intuitive copy. So tell us more about yourself, how your journey with writing started.
This is a question that I particularly like very much because it's like I'm sharing a part of myself with everyone who's listening, and it's always a great joy for me to do this. I think I've mentioned to you a little bit on this when we did the interview for the summit as well. My writing path started some years back in 2007 when through night dream I dreamt myself writing books, and that was the moment of my writing path. That is how it all started. In what concerns my career as a novelist, as a writer, but the copywriting part started a bit later, for about 2 years now, when I was writing emails for the people I had in my list, and I was doing that just like purely intuitively. I didn't have any background on copywriting. I didn't learn that in school or college or anything like that. Mm-hmm. It was out of pure love for my words. This is the first thing, and then intuitively I just followed my intuition whenever I was crafting a new email for my list, and that was it. And then after some time, my sister told me, these emails are very good. Why don't you start and study a little bit more on copywriting so that you can offer copywriting services, because it's in you have this in your blood. So it was a good idea. I totally resonated with it the first time she shared it with me. So that was the moment when the incipient moment of the journey as a copywriter, when I started reading books and attending online seminars for about copywriting, and all this brought me to where I am today, meaning a full-time intuitive copywriter, writing soulful and persuasive and targeted copy for business women around the world.
Mm-hmm. So because you call yourself intuitive copywriter. So what does it mean exactly to be an intuitive copywriter?
On short, because I don't want to, maybe this sounds a little bit like fancy or even complicated for somebody who doesn't have anything to do with the copywriting field. Mm-hmm. Intuitive copywriting basically means saying the right thing and obviously conveying the right message at the right time. That's like the main, the heart of it. It's like the main idea of it, and from this idea, it expands, more and more and more. But the heart of intuitive of being an intuitive copywriter, and what it means is that saying it means to say the right thing at the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, so how to do that? How to say the right thing at the right moment?
Well, this is now this is where the tricky part starts, because the truth is not so many people are intuitive, sorry. So it is a bit difficult for them to understand how this intuition stuff, like, how does it work. For me, it's easy. Well, yes, for me it's it's easy because I've always been an intuitive person. So when it comes to copywriting, it's like I'm crafting that particular email or sales page or marketing campaign or whatever it may be. I'm crafting it based on what my instinct tells me, my intuition, and it is wise enough to let me know whenever. I mean, it's wise enough to let me know when something is too much or too little. You follow me? Mm-hmm. It's a little bit complicated, I would say, because it's quite a new term. Everybody knows copywriting, being done in a traditional way. Everybody, or at least everybody, understands or knows what it means to be a copywriter. But then, when it comes to being an intuitive copywriter, then they are like, okay, what exactly does that mean? So this is how I use my intuition in crafting the right message for the right kind of people. Now, of course, you enrich this intuition by reading books and listening to audio programs about copywriting, because it's only normal to do that. And obviously, practice plays a big role in it too. Mm-hmm. But I am not exaggerating when I say that my intuition does the whole whole work, the whole part of it. Does that make sense to you? Follow me?
Yes, it makes sense. Yeah, so it's like using your intuition, and also having like knowledge about copywriting, but being like connected with your your intuition more, and using that to craft the right message. But so it can seem simple, like on the one side, like using your intuition and following your intuition, but on the other side, it can be hard, like it can be difficult to connect with your intuition and use it, like especially for someone who's just like starting, or who has like challenges with writing even like emails or even like Facebook posts. Finding the right strategy or the right words to do that. So how, like based on your experience, how to connect more with your intuition and use it in copywriting?
Well, this is different for everybody, and it is a little bit difficult to put it in words, because like who can explain intuition and how does it work? I understand it. I have a whole understanding of it. I know what what's it about, and how does it work for me. But what and how does it work for me, it cannot be applied to the person next to me, or who's listening to me, or watching me on or following me on my social media platform. So it's difficult because it works differently for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But from my own experience is that I have my ideal client's pain points in my head, and based on those, I craft the message that I want that person to read. It's like, okay, this person has these problems, and I have this product or service that solves those issues. And I from the very start until the end of the email or sales page or whatever it may be, I have these pain points in my mind, and this is how I can create copy, because I'm following this. It's like a target for me, and if I as long as I have my eyes on it, there's no way for me to drift away or create a copy that is random or generalized, or that cannot happen, because I have my eyes and my focus on these pain points. And this is where intuition comes in, because if I know my ideal client's pain points, then I know what's causing problems for this person, and I can play with my words in such a way that it reaches and touches on exactly those particular problems. You follow me?
So it's like, understanding your client, your ideal client, like having in mind the description of.
Because I sorry, can you say that again, Rumik? I didn't. I lost it there for several seconds.
No. So it's like having in mind your ideal client.
Exactly. Yeah. Because being an intuitive person and copywriter, it's easy for me to put myself in the person putting myself in the shoes of that person. It doesn't matter if it's my own ideal client, or if it's the ideal client of one of my clients. Makes sense? It's easy for me to do that, because I'm putting myself in the shoes of that person, and I'm thinking, okay, this is so this person has these pain points or problems. How was that being an intuitive person and a copywriter? It makes it easy for me to put myself in the shoes of that person for whom I'm writing the copy. It's so if this person has these pain points, then I put myself in her situation, and I'm asking myself, what does this person what does she think? How does she feel? What are her struggles? What are her most burning desires? What is she aiming for? And this way the answers come to me like, they they flood me. I'm not kidding you.
Mm-hmm.
Because once I'm seeing the world through this person's eyes and feeling her pain points, then it's easy for me to write copy that speaks directly to this person and addressing her pain points. This is how it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how to connect like with your ideal client? How to like know more about your ideal client? How do you do that?
The pain points, her pain points. This is where the key is,
Mm-hmm.
because if you if me myself as a copywriter, if I know my ideal client's pain points, then I know. So first off, that person knows and understands that I understand her. I
Mm-hmm.
understand her world. I understand how she thinks, her psychology, her emotional patterns. So she knows that I get her, and this automatically brings in the know and like and trust factor, which is very very important in writing copy and writing and running a business as well. And secondly, if I know her, if I know her pain points and connect myself with her and with her struggles, then it's easy for me to um, show her that I I I can offer her a solution to her problems. And
Mm-hmm.
this also involves the trust factor, because it's really it's very very important in especially in this work that I do. Um, Basically, when you as a, not necessarily myself as a copywriter, even you or anybody else who's running a business, the moment you show your audience that you know and understand her and understand their struggles,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy for them to open up to you and start relating to you, and then that emotional connection is showing up as well. It's easy to do business from this context.
Mm.
Knowing the ideal clients or knowing your ideal clients pain points really makes all the difference. And I'm highly encouraging everybody, even in my um, in my business, in the clients I work with, even in my online presence, I encourage every business owner to know inside out their audience, and even more so their pain points. This is really where the key is.
Mm. Yeah, so it's like about building the connection and building like trust by knowing exactly what your ideal client is going through.
Exactly. Yes.
What are the
Yes.
struggles? So like what other steps can you like share with us in creating a copy? For example, if someone is starting out and is thinking about writing his or her own copy, what else can you suggest?
Okay. So there are from my own experience, there are several steps to follow whenever a copywriter or any business owner who is good with words wants to write copy. And this starts with absolutely is the number one. Identify your ideal client.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know who your ideal client is, then it's all for nothing. I don't know if you know Marie Forleo, Dominica. She's one of my favorites when it comes to online presence and running a business, and she's really really amazing at what she does. She one of her, because I follow her a lot, I listen to her interviews on YouTube. One of the things that she said about the copywriting is that if you're talking to everybody, you are talking to nobody.
Yeah.
And this this makes so much sense, and it applies so well on this topic with the ideal client. Because really, if if you don't know who your person is, then you may have the best product or service, even the best copy. It won't serve you, because you don't hit that particular person who you're aiming for. And this is like and from this on starts all the other negative consequences for a business owner. Then as a second step, identify your intention and what is it that you want, or you want your ideal clients to do. When you write a copy for that particular person and you know her pain points, what is it that they want, what is it that you want them to do after reading their copy? Is it that they want to don't know, maybe you want them to feel inspired, maybe you want them to feel motivated, or you want them to make a purchase of that particular product or service? What do you want? Because this and even more so, what is it that you want them to do? This plays a big role in it. And then as a third step, know what you're selling. This is, oh my god, this is I would put it on the same page in terms of the importance of it with knowing your ideal client. It's very important to know what you're selling, know your product and service inside out. Once you know, you do your homework and you know who wants and even more so needs this product or service, then it's easy to write targeted copy aiming that particular person. This would be like the three main steps before writing copy. I use them myself. I encourage everybody who's listening to apply them and follow them, because it's proven by research and from my own experience as well that these steps really work.
Yeah, so it's like knowing your client, like what is your intention, what do you want to do your client, and also
exactly.
knowing your product, what are you selling.
Yes,
Those
exactly.
the three main steps. Wonderful, Cristina. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all those tips with us and also your experience. I think that like intuition, using your intuition while writing your copy is very important, and because you are like connecting not only with yourself but also like with your client more. So it's something more that we can use like not only in copywriting but in every task that we are doing in our business.
Yes, you've said it very well, Dominica, because what I hear of people in like clients that they've hired copywriters in the past to create the copy they needed. What I heard them complain the most about is that these copywriters wrote the copy, but these business owners didn't feel as if they were understood. mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in every way you want to put it. And it's a bit, well, it's not a bit, it's actually very sad, because if you only write, and so you create a content, but you don't bring in the emotional load of with it as well, then it's only going to be words on websites, and God knows I see so much of it, uh, because this is my work, this is what I do. And I've worked with clients who wanted complete copy rewrite. And the first thing that I wanted to see was obviously their website, and I went on it, and I um, didn't feel anything behind those words. It was like these words were surrounded by this cold wall, and there's no way anybody could have climbed the wall and go beyond it, so that they could feel something anything at all. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that at all. So I got back to these clients, and I told them, well, it's no wonder you are stressed about this website. It's no wonder nobody's reaching out to you. No wonder you feel as if nobody sees you, nobody hears you, because the copy is as cold as a brick. So what do you want to do with that? It's impossible. So I am glad that I can write copy in this way, because it's so first and foremost, what I bring to the table is the emotional connection that I create through my copy between the business owner and her audience. And this is, God, this is so important. I'm happy that I don't write um, words, empty words, as I like to call them, and then I get back to my client, and I tell them, okay, here is your delivery. This is what you paid me for. I'm so happy that I'm not that kind of a copywriter who writes only based on statistics, on market research, what the engine search wants, and things like that. It's important for people to be understood, and especially in this online world, if you don't show them that you really understand them and understand their world, it's impossible to do business. Or even if you do some business at all, it would be shallow. It won't have that emotional connection. It won't have and obviously it won't have that factor of trust, know, like, and trust. And it's a big loss if this doesn't happen.
Yeah, so it's like putting more life into your words.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
into
Yeah.
your copy. Yeah. So tell us, where can we find more information about you? And I know that you have a fantastic gift for our listeners, so they can start to write their fire-infused copy. So tell us more.
Gladly. Everything everyone wants to know about me, they can find it on my website, which is www.copywritingfairy.com. And I'm happy to share with our listeners the gift that I have for them. It's right on the homepage. They only need to subscribe into that opt-in, and the freebie is on their way. to them. It's something, this freebie is particularly close to my heart. I designed it in such a way that I put my heart and soul into it. I wanted to be valuable for everybody who visited my website and had any interest in having and receiving that freebie. So I know from my own experience that it's very helpful when for anybody who wants to write copy. So well, it's there. It's it's free. It's available. I want everybody who is listening to us to take it and use it at its most, because this is what makes me pleased and satisfied, and hope it will be very valuable for them.
Great, Cristina. Thank you very much for sharing that and being with us today.
You're welcome, Dominica. You know, it's always a pleasure for me.
Thank you very much for listening. And if you like this podcast, please share it with your friends and let us know what are your thoughts, questions about writing a copy, and go to Cristina's website and get her free gift. Thank you very much and speak to you soon. Bye.